Yeah, well, we are nervous, but we are very, very happy to having you. You have 3 records with Tyrone Pace. We have
Yes,
3 or 4 with Gamma Ray,
yes.
and 13 albums with Primal Fear. The vocalist, excellent vocalist, because you are one of the powerful voices in metal. It's a pleasure for us to having you in La Pajarraca Radio. Ralf Scheepers, are the
Is that
right
correct?
pronounced?
Ralf Scheepers says, thank you very much for
Scheepers.
your words. Yes, I didn't even count the CDs anymore, but thanks for reminding me.
Thank you so much and welcome to La Pajarraca Radio. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you doing, guys? Is it warm over there?
It's very windy.
Okay, cool.
Starts to be colder. Starts
I
to come
understand.
winter now. So,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
and you, are you home?
Yes. Also, it's fall. I mean, you guys are in Mexico, no? Right?
No,
In Norway.
Norway.
In Norway, of course. Yes, and then it's cold.
Yes, yes, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, the radio is from Mexico, but I moved to Norway, so we are married.
Ah, cool.
That's why.
Congrats. Cool.
Yeah. So
Very
thank you
good.
so much. Very, very nice of you. And you have the last record is called uh, Code Red, because something happened with your bassist, right? And he was a bad illness, I think, and that's why they call this name of the record. Can you tell us about this last album, please? Because it's powerful.
Thank you very much. Code Red's got nothing to do with the health of Matt.
Okay.
It is just the entire condition of the world is somehow, you know what I mean? Everybody knows. I don't have to explain so much in which condition we are right now, struggling with so many topics which are not nice. And still, I mean, there was always some problems, and there will always be problems. But right now, I think there's somehow a condition like Code Red, and this is pretty much the album title. It's got nothing to do with any personal health or personal issues.
Okay.
It's just a condition, a description of a condition of the entire situation on this planet.
Mhm.
The world start to be a little scary now.
Yes,
So it's not it's not cool.
it's true. Yeah,
Oh, I don't like it. But
yeah.
can we do?
Nobody does. Yeah.
How
Nice.
was the COVID for you then?
Yeah, it was. I of course I had it too, and the I'm a guy who's taken things positively, and I just sat at home and recorded and composed songs like almost every musician in that area at that time, era, not area, in that time. And I think taking the positive things also helps you to be stay healthy in a way, to be positive minded, and this is helping a lot, and that's what happened to us.
Hmm.
We were all really recording and composing at the time, and it helped the album, of course.
That's, and we know something happened to you. Maybe it's time to talk about it. About your Facebook page. It been hacked, and it's really bad. We know what it means for
We
you and
had it
for
we
us
had
too.
it too on the radio. So
Yes, I mean, this guy is still harassing me and blackmailing me. He wrote me this morning that I gotta pay $1,500 to if I want to have my page back, and I said,
Really?
really?
yeah, yeah. He was really blackmailing me, and he still does on several accounts. He's trying to hijack too, but he's not getting it. And he wrote me this morning that, but I don't want to have that page back anyway because there's so much scum and filth going on right now from his side that I don't even want to have it back. It
No.
was almost 30,000 followers, and it's of course it's a pity, but there's more important things in the world.
Right.
Followers mean a lot, and fans mean a lot, but in the end, follower number doesn't count anything for me. It's just I just wish everybody still's healthy, and it's no really more of a bad thing going on in terms of my bank accounts or whatever.
Hmm.
Because everybody knows how that is. Because once one guy was in your system, you have this strange feeling of being very, very careful and sensitive about it, and that's what happened to me. I'm really sensitive since these days. I'm switching off my Wi-Fi every time I leave the house, and so that's really you never know how these guys are, what these guys are doing on addition to that.
And
Well,
really
that's creepy.
understand what's the problem with these crazy people wants to and destroy the life for the other people.
It's criminal. It's really criminal.
It is.
Nothing else. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And do you want to say something about like a message for your fans right now, for they can see you about this program?
I'm still on my private Facebook side, and there's only 5,000. As you know, it's limited to 5,000 friends, they call it. And I'm still on my Instagram, the one with the blue badge, and nothing else. There's so many fake and scammers out there. Never trust anybody. You know that. I mean, there's so many people from the business being really harassed by all these scammers. I'm not the only one, but of course, you got to be careful, and you got to be careful who writes you. I'm writing back sometimes to my fans, to my friends,
Right.
and they know who I am on the blue badge. And as soon as some strange things are going on, I think people are also very smart to know what's going on if that's not me, you know.
We have some fraud stuff in Norway too, because people calling our phones and ask, is your name da 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 da? And if you say yes, they can use it for going to banks and everything.
Yes.
So we can't take the phone anymore. People have to send messages instead of calling.
I mean, you know, this all started, I was invited to do a podcast.
Really?
And as you know, because I'm used to that people inviting me for interviews, and I wrote you before this interview that I don't take interviews anymore on the private channels. But, you know, I know how it is. It's, you guys are also not to blame, but it's everything in the end is just a pity, because it destroys so much trust and faith.
Right.
That I say every interview from now on is going to be channeled through my record company. And I know this is also sometimes difficult, because I want to help you guys too, and you guys are helping me. But you know, it's just a loss of faith and trust when these people are just scamming you and inviting you to do podcasts and get into your system to prepare the podcast. And that's what happened to me. And I never do this again. This was the first time and the last time I'm going to do that.
Yes.
And thank you for give us the confidence to make the interview, because we understand you very
I
well.
would say there's 99% good people out there, and the 1% sometimes get you, you know.
Yeah, we know.
And it's nice to talk to you for me, because I've been a fan for 40 years.
Thank you.
So, and I'm going to show you this.
Oh yes, I remember. This was actually the third album we recorded in Hanover in the horror studio. That's where I got to know also the people like Tommy Hansen and you know and Tommy Newton, sorry, and Tommy Hansen as well, both Tommys. And that was the first time to be in touch with the guys also from Halloween and so forth. That was the same time. So yeah, it was good times. Never want to somehow.
Young.
Yeah, I was 21 back in the days.
21.
Yeah.
So this eye and calls watching you.
Yes.
Tattoo this.
Yes. Okay.
You
Cool.
with an eye.
Wow. Awesome. Really good. Beautiful.
For many years ago.
Do you play
it's the same year. It's getting lighter over the years. Yeah. You gotta reprint it somehow or re-tattoo it. Well, even over-tattoo it. I don't have the right word for it. You know what I mean?
I can't do it because it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Do you play one of these songs on the concerts? On Tire and Pace songs?
No, it's got nothing to do with my band right now. You know, Tire and Pace is many years ago. At the beginning, I think we played Eye to Eye or Saints of Rock or something, and we played stuff from Gamma Ray, because Gamma Ray came after Tire and Pace. And at the beginning, when Primal Fear was born, the setlist also included, for instance, One with the World from Gamma Ray, because you know, at the beginning you don't have such a long setlist with the first album. So we added some stuff from Sinner and from Gamma Ray back in the days. But now we have so many songs and such a huge back catalog that we can really use. We can pick from 13 albums, which is sometimes a pity. It's just not a pity. It's really difficult sometimes to have a perfect set list for everybody, you know.
I would love to listen to Criminal live.
Yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah, very, very cool song. Yeah. Absolutely one of my favorite songs.
Thank you. Yes.
Smashing.
Thanks.
And about this Primal Fear, now you have a girl, Talia.
Yeah.
how this different, it's the same to play as like a man, or no, jag kanske säger något dåligt. I mean, she's a girl, of course, but it's the same to play with a man, or it's more powerful with a girl in the band right now. I don't know.
To be very honest, I don't know because we never rehearsed. So this is very brand new to us.
Okay.
It's just for the studio now. And of course, we're going to play live next year and everything, but we're going to go step by step. Right now, we are recording. She's recording solos with us. The songs have been composed before she came in, and she's recording the twin solo attack with Magnus. This is amazing. She's really very fast and everything. She's really doing a great job. And everything else we'll see later. I mean, there's going to be video recorded soon. And then there's going to be the mixing phase for us in Denmark. And then, of course, the first festivals next year start in May, around May. And that's our focus next year. We rehearse together. Right now, it's just a step-by-step thing. So I can't really answer this question, but I'm quite sure when you look at her stage appearance and everything, it's going to be really a great package.
Great. I'm sorry. And in this tour you're going to make, it include Norway or Mexico or Latin America?
I hope so. So I'm not quite sure yet. The European tour has been scheduled and it's going to be released in about 1 or 2 weeks, the dates.
Cool.
And hopefully there's going to be loads of Scandinavia as well this time again. You never know because it's not that easy also to somehow schedule a tour. As you know, the situation is also not so easy anymore. And everybody says, come to my city, which I totally understand. And I would love to play everywhere. We would love to play everywhere. But it's simply not possible sometimes, It's all a matter of costs as well, because if you are somehow coming home from tour being bankrupt, it doesn't make any sense, right?
No, of course not. And actually, you've been in Mexico last year, right? In Monterrey.
Yes, we've been touring last year, yeah. It's not so long ago, and we had a great time. I mean, that was a great tour, I remember, yeah. No.
How was to being in Mexico? Because I think it is not the first time you've been there.
Mexico was the festival. It was the last show of the tour. And, it was just, we came to Mexico, it had like 26 degrees, and we were in the pool in the hotel. But the very next day, the festival, it was 10 degrees and raining. So
what a difference.
It was so bad. But, the people were so amazing. It was pouring down during our set. People were there, and my mic was off because there was a line broken from the desk on stage to the main desk, and everybody was bitching they couldn't hear me. On stage, everything was right, but outside, of the first song, somehow there was only the half of the vocals because of the line broke. And this is happening when you have such a pouring rain and everything. You have some technical issues going on. And we're quite used to that sometimes here and there from the past days when it happened more often. But it was a great gig. The people liked it. We liked it. And the reaction is like always in South America and Mexico is just really overwhelming. And that's great.
Thank you. Very
and
nice
did you have a special thing in Norway too? Didn't you have a bus crash?
Oh, that was long ago. Yeah. Wow.
2000,
that was also
2009 something?
Yeah, it was almost the ending of the band when you just imagine the bus was just like this, and down there was the valley. And if the lane would crack, the bus would have been gone. And I said I was waking up and something was strange because the bus was going sideways. And hey guys, we got to go out. We're sleeping off the road. And everybody was out in underwear. It was like -2 degrees or 3, which is still warm for Norway, I know, but not in underwear. And we were out. We got to go back to the bus, get our clothes, and that's what we did. So the bus was hanging there, and oh my God, not everybody was going the same time. So we go step by step. Everybody go in there one by one, get their clothes out, and that's the day when the show was canceled, and people were still saying, why do you cancel? You can just get the bus out and drive to the location. It wasn't possible.
Yeah, right. Wasn't this from Oslo to Bergen?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was really, it was early in the morning. Everybody was really shaking, that was really close, very close.
So at least you remember Norway then.
I remember Norway always also in a good way, because I mean, it's, of course, these things can happen and hopefully
it's
not.
scary,
But,
yes.
but Norway is just so beautiful and so nice. It's just a very, very beautiful country.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, thank you too.
You have to tell me when you're coming back, please.
Yes, I try to, because there's so many people writing and stuff. Maybe you just once in a while question, or whenever you see the dates on our homepage or on our socials, you see the dates, and then you know already.
Cool. That's good.
I hope.
Yes.
Meet my favorite singer.
Yes, he's very fan of Gamma Ray and this band, of course, Primal Fear. And talking about Gamma Ray, you being in the 30th anniversary DVD, it was awesome how it was for you to back to this band. So you sing very powerful too, and it was awesome actually. Yeah.
It was really traveling back to history for me when I came back to Hamburg to rehearse and all this, was, I remember, because I did some gigs afterwards now as well, but for this special DVD, we had rehearsals in Hamburg, and for me, it was just like a flashback to me. It was really traveling back in a time machine to Hamburg. I mean, everything's changed, of course, but you still have this memory in mind, what you did when you were a kid of being 20, whatever I was, 26 or 27, going to Hamburg by car, meeting Kai the first time, and for real. I mean, we met before, and I recorded a demo with him for another band. But of course, meeting Kai, making music with him together, there was shows. I always have this in my mind. It will always be there, and that's like what you have huge flashbacks when you drive there the first time again. You just remember everything, and I'm so grateful for the time. I mean, there's so many things which happened, of course. There's always bad things, but I'm always a guy thinking about the good things and forget about the bad things. Those things can happen. I mean, we even talked about that 3 weeks later when we got apart back in the days. We were fine. A month later, we were fine already and friends. And this will always be, because, I'm not that kind of guy who's somehow bitching about the past, what happened badly. I'm thinking what I got positive from the time, and this really helped my career as well. I mean, it helped me. I know what I can do as a vocalist, but the team back in the days with Kai and the entire band was a great thing, and people still like it. That's the reason why they still are having a good time when I'm joining Gamma Ray, for some shows. Gamma Ray is a perfect combination right now with Frank. He does a great job, Frank Beck, and he's a great singer, and he does it really, really good. But I'm always happy to be there to sing the old songs, and he totally also accepts this, because I'm grateful that because this is a huge step for him as well, to accept me still in the band when they want me. Of course, it's not so much shows with me, but some shows, and I'm really, really happy that this feeling is so good in the band whenever I'm there. It's great.
It's like memory lane.
It is, definitely. So it's always.
I have something else for you, something old.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, it belongs to my history. Yeah, absolutely.
This is your first DVD.
We'll never forget the day we recorded the video. It was really, really a great thing going on. I mean, forget about the clothes. That was a little. It's a different time, and anyway, I mean, it was perfect at that time, and we just once again had the times of our lives. It was the first time for me, Japan, 1990, and plus recording a live DVD and an album back in the days. It was really a big impact. So
it's a very cool DVD.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
I play it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's a little strange, people are sitting down all the time.
Yeah, in Japan it is, and it was not so much nowadays, but back in the days they were still sitting like in the cinema. But of course they also stood up once in a while and cheer and everything. So, but Japan is very special in that case. They're really disciplined, which is a great thing, and but it's strange as a musician to be there the first time. It's so quiet, and you don't know if somebody's there, and you open the curtain and have well, it's crowded, but you don't hear so much. So they're all disciplined, and that's great, and during the songs they listen, and after the song they're cheering like crazy, and all of a sudden it's really quiet again, and this is strange. Yeah, it will always be new. I mean, I've been so many times in Japan now, like I can't even count anymore. Is it 20 times or whatever? But it's always great to be there, and it's always wonderful to have this culture impacting you or impressing me. I still watch Fujiyama when we pass by with Bullet Train and everything, Shinkansen. And it's always, I remember being there the first time recording everything by video camera, and now you're sitting in the train. Oh, yeah, it's again a flashback to everything you had in Japan.
Because this is like a little documentary too.
It is, yes.
And you're filming when you're, how was the food? Because sometimes it looks very skeptic.
Yes. Yeah.
It was good. And then do you have plans, for example, to come back with Gamma Ray to play sometimes like a special again? You know, it's like Halloween with come back.
Chiron?
No. With Gamma Ray with come back this singer again. I forgot.
You mean Kyle?
Nei, ikke Kai Hansen. Det andre. Well,
Kiske?
yeah, Michael Kiske. It's some kind similar thing is going to happen with Gamma Ray and you, or not plans in the future?
I understand your question. It is pretty much because Halloween now is a 7 or 8 piece. I can't remember. I don't even know. Is it 8 or 7? This is a great combination because everybody from every phase from every era of the band has everything, and they are a super group right now. But this is not happening to Gamma Ray. I'm just a guest here once in a while whenever they want me, because I'm also busy with Primal Fear, as you know. This is my major band, and whenever they call me, hey Ralf, do you have time at this and that date? Because people are asking, and I say, yeah, because I always have a great time singing these songs, 5 or 6 tracks we play together live. It's always great. So whenever they call me, I'm there. But it's not set, and it's not a normal thing that I'm back to Gamma Ray. So it's just a guest appearance.
Do you play any instruments? What are you singing?
Guitar, and compose. Whenever you compose, I take the guitar, and sometimes, of course, your little helpers with the keyboard. I'm not a keyboard player at all, but you go step by step, But guitar really helps me to compose. I'm strumming. I'm not the solo guitar player, but I'm really also composing riffs and stuff.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And actually, we saw on Facebook page you was in the studio playing music, and that it means you're going to record a new album next year?
No, right now we're recording. So we are recording the next album called Domination. Domination. And this is actually being recorded now. As I said, we are almost finished. I mean, the drums will still have to be recorded, but once you have the tempo and your demos, you can really say this is, for me, I have three songs left to sing. The bass has somehow like 3 songs left to play, like Madness, and the guitar, Magnus is going to play the guitar soon in terms of rhythm, and Talia and Magnus are doing the solo work. And like I said, this is going to be amazing.
Can you tell us when it's coming out?
Yes, it's September 5th, 2025. It's going to be released. But there's several things. I know it's a long time, but you need such a lot of time for the record company to be preparing everything, like booklet and so forth. It's every step by step. So announcing it pretty early now because everybody's still busy and working. But we want the people to know that it's going to be released in September next year. And there's going to be several singles releases before with videos and candy here and candy there. Nowadays, that changed a little bit, that you're releasing songs step by step before the entire album's coming out,
It's coming ballads in this album, because this in Red Coat, the ballad Forever is beautiful.
Thank you.
Actually, I love the song Their Gods Have Failed.
Oh, thank you.
It's powerful, but it's really cool song too.
Yes, it's going to be ballads again. And it belongs to a Primal Fear album. It's mandatory that there has to be a ballad, at least one, and some bombastic stuff and that kind of thing. We still have fast stuff. We have rhythm stuff. I think for everybody, and I hear them already. Oh, this is not what I expected, because you expect the song maybe it's going to be released next, and then, oh, that's not what I expected. Maybe the next song is what you expected. You know, people are sometimes really, they have to be more patient sometimes. And it's not like, you know, you remember the days when people were listening to albums, take their headphone and a good, or listening to a good system and take the time and don't be so fast about it, you know, and then you can judge after maybe the second or third time the songs are getting more familiar, or you get used to everything. I mean, you don't have to get used to Primal Fear. You know what you get when Primal Fear releases an album. But I'm trying to say, be more patient and listen to the stuff properly.
Do you think it's harder to sell music today than it was?
Yeah, it's just not harder, but the platforms have changed. I mean, it's just a fast food life also in music, with all Spotify's and everything we have. Just to mention one name, you got to live with it. I hate it, but you have to live with it. And, you know, but, you know, even the quality of Spotify is lacking. So, but you know how people are. It's like a fast food nowadays. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to, it's my opinion. I don't want to influence people I don't want to say what people have to do. But if you would take your time and listen to it on a proper system, because we are recording it properly, we are mixing it properly. So in the end, it's a pity you listen to just really some bad MP3 or whatever Spotify is streaming with. And well,
and because nowadays people can just buy a one-on-one song.
Yes, also there's a good and a bad thing. It's always a good and a bad thing. There's a good side and the flip side, a bad side of it, you know.
I miss the old days. So much easier.
Actually, the art of the record, you can see if you have it in physics. You can see the pictures, the art.
Like this.
You know, in my opinion too. It's very awful. People don't buy the music as it used to be before because
this is art.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean, and exactly. And I'm so glad, and we are so happy that there's still fans out there buying it because they want to have something physical. They want to see something. They want to read something, because that's what I want to have from my favorite band as well. Back in the days, I always want to have the stuff in my hand and have a booklet or reading stuff. Right. I used to live in record stores back in the days, waiting for the next album.
We too, and that's not cool. For example, you want to buy a movie too, and now you don't need to buy it. You can just stream it on Netflix or whatever. It can be cool, but not so cool. Like we say, we want
it's good for the users sometimes, because we all are users as well. We are customers too when it comes to film industry and all that. So that I always see both sides, you know. So in the end, we're still waiting to pay for films. If we want to watch the films on Amazon Prime or whatever, we pay for that, you know. Even on Netflix, of course, you have this monthly payment, but if there would be something like, oh, you got to pay for the newest film, then we would do this, because, I mean, there's actors behind it.
Yeah.
And it's the same here. There's real musicians behind it. If we talk about the danger about artificial intelligence right now, I would never stop talking in 1 hour now, because this is so dangerous, you know. Electronics or computers are composing music now, and it sounds pretty much really like plastic. And it's the same with film. And you got this artificial intelligence, which is interesting from a technical perspective, but not at all taking away the art behind it, you know. And again, this is both sides, but I think there's more of danger taking away the art behind it and being the fastest plastic world we ever had. And that's I don't know if this is a good development.
And this record is coming in physics, right?
Yes, everything you want to have. So every product. So, and that's why we still have, I mean, there's other reasons why we still have a record company, but that's a good thing, having a record company, real people working behind it. behind those products we release together with the team, with Matt and me and Magnus and so forth. We decide as a team, but in the end, the record company is really bringing all this alive with booklets in every issue, or every form of extras or candies we release is going through the record company, and there's real people behind it working for it, you know.
Right.
You had a very long rock and roll life. Do you
True.
have any plans for writing some cool books or something?
Can you tell? I'm not thinking about a book yet. So, and I definitely would need a ghostwriter, but I never thought about it. Maybe one day. I don't consider myself so. It doesn't have to do with age as well, but I don't see it right now, to be honest. I'm really still focusing on and playing and composing music first, and then also my time is maybe a little bit too restricted to start to write a book right now.
Oh, Ralf, this coming a little difficult maybe for you. Can you record us a message for La Pajarraca Radio?
La Pajarraca.
Right. If you can,
La Pajarraca?
Yes.
Correct. If you can just, hello, my name is, and you listen, please.
Okay. Hey, this is Ralf Scheepers of Primal Fear. Our new album, Domination, is going to be released in September 2025. And you're listening right now to La Pajarraca Radio, and never change the dial.
Thank you so much. That's
Perfect.
really awesome.
Cool.
And something do you want to add to the interview?
I have to take a picture too.
First of all, yes, I want to take a picture too. So first of all, thank you for having me. And thanks for your support every time. And hold on a second. Cool. Very good. You take a picture too?
Yeah, I always go back to on the computer.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same, but hold on.
I always do.
Yep.
I have to just put this first. Hold on. Sorry. One more. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And sorry, something that you want to add to the interview?
No, thank you. I mean, if there's no more questions, it was a pleasure talking to you guys, and hopefully we'll come to Norway soon.
You have to.
And then we meet for a beer.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
It'll be great.
Cool.
And if we don't talk, you have to have a very nice Christmas. And
Oh, the same to you. It's not so long anymore.
do you like Christmas, by the way?
Yes, I'm also a guy who likes the cozy time. And again, you got to take what you get. So if you got cold weather, it's cozy at home, and that's the reason why I also like Christmas, being cozy and being with the family and everything. So that's great.
And gifts. Very important.
And gifts.
Very important.
I buy my own gifts. So
I always buy myself too. So.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much, Ralf Scheepers, and wonderful time with the new album. Congratulations, will be awesome, I'm sure.
And I'm looking forward to see you in Oslo.
And don't forget to cut out the bad things, the mistakes you got to cut out, okay?
Yeah, no
we
problem.
fix it.
It's fine. I will iterate things. Thank you so much. This is for
Take
you.
care.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Wonderful. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye bye.